Military History and Epic Battles presents Tamerlane, the heir to Genghis Khan's legacy of conquest. In the vast steppes of Central Asia, beneath an endless sky, a child was born who would one day shake the foundations of the world. Timur, later known as Tamerlane, entered this world in 1336, his cries mingling with the winds that carried the stories of great warriors past. Born into a noble Mongol Turkic lineage, his fate was sealed by the legacy of Genghis Khan before him. Wrapped in fine silk, cradled in his mother's arms, he was but a newborn. Yet his destiny lay far beyond the humble yurt where his journey began. As Timur grew, so too did his hunger for greatness. From an early age, he honed his skills in combat, mastering the bow and sword with a precision that set him apart from other warriors. The rolling steppes became his training ground, the whispers of the wind his constant companion. He learned not only the art of war, but also the delicate dance of strategy, patience, and leadership. Among hardened warriors, he stood resolute, his eyes already fixed on a future that extended far beyond the horizon of his homeland. The road to power is paved with blood and ambition. Timur, no longer just a warrior, but a leader of men, rode at the forefront of his army, his sword gleaming in the sunlight. The clash of steel and the cries of battle filled the air as he fought against the local rulers who sought to keep him from his rightful place. With each victory, his influence grew, and his banner, marked with the symbol of his rising empire, became a feared sight across the steppes. He was no longer merely a man. He was a force of conquest, unrelenting and unstoppable. Before Timur stood the jewel of Central Asia, Samarkand, the heart of trade and culture. But to rule, he must first conquer. His army, disciplined and fierce, laid siege to the city with an intensity unseen before. Catapults hurled stones against the mighty walls, ladders were raised, and the streets soon echoed with the clash of blades. From horseback, Timur watched as the city fell, not just to his warriors, but to his will. When the gates were finally breached, he rode through them as their new master, the first step in his grand vision realized. Though he was a warrior, Timur understood that true power was not just built on the battlefield. It was crafted in the heart of civilization. Samarkand, his newly claimed capital, became a canvas for his ambition. He called upon the greatest artisans, architects, and scholars, demanding that they create a city worthy of legend. Majestic domes rose into the sky, intricate mosaics told stories of conquest and culture, and the streets buzzed with traders and thinkers from distant lands. In Samarkand, Timur was not just a conqueror, he was a creator of empires. To those who defied him, Timur was a nightmare incarnate. When the Sultan of Delhi dared to resist, Timur's wrath was swift and absolute. The mighty city fell to his army, its grand structures reduced to ashes. The streets, once filled with merchants and poets, ran red with the blood of the fallen. Timur stood amidst the devastation, unshaken, unmoved. For him, power was not given, it was taken by steel and fire. With every conquest, Timur's dominion expanded. Persia, a land rich with culture and history, now lay within his grasp. His forces, battle-hardened and loyal, marched across deserts and mountains, their banners fluttering in the wind. The cities of Persia bowed before him, their rulers kneeling in submission. Timur, astride his mighty steed, surveyed his ever-growing empire with eyes that never lost their hunger. Even the mighty Ottomans could not stand against Timur's strategic genius. At the Battle of Ankara, he shattered the forces of Sultan Bayezid, capturing the once unshakable ruler. Bound in chains, the Ottoman leader was forced to kneel before Timur, a living testament to the conqueror's unyielding power. No empire was safe, no ruler beyond his reach. Timur's eyes now turned eastward to the vast lands of China. Though age had slowed his hand, his mind remained sharp, ever plotting, ever reaching. His generals gathered around him as he traced battle plans on a map, a final conquest before the end. But even the greatest warriors cannot fight time itself. Fate had its own plans for Timur. As the winter winds howled outside his grand tent, his time came. Surrounded by loyal generals and family, he took his last breath, his body still, but his legend eternal. In Samarkand, where his journey had led him, Timur was laid to rest. His mausoleum, the Gur-e-Amir, stood as a monument to his power, his ambition, and his legacy. The world would remember him, not just as a conqueror, but as a force that shaped history itself. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.